And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The hand to the running back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
It's an offense that takes pride in being physical. They try to get it going on the ground, but no gain on that one.
Just nowhere to run, not a lot of wiggle room for the ball carrier.
This defense came in knowing that they had to match their physicality. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Here's the handoff. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
They've made 3rd down offense a key. It'll be tested on 3rd and long from the 28. Making side adjustments here. Motion from the wideout.
No.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, California.
Do that.
Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28. Looking to throw, it's Nelson. Fires to the wideout. Got his man. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47.
There's a reason 3rd down is called the money down. What a great find by the quarterback. Great job finding his receiver. At the end of the game, you look at 3rd down percentages. It tells a huge story, and it goes a long way in deciding who wins a football game.
The Golden Bears have it with a 1st and 10. Running back searching for a hole. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
And after having a nice gain like that on 1st down, if you're the offensive coordinator here, maybe you're thinking about being aggressive and taking a shot. Because even if it's incomplete on 2nd down, on 3rd, you won't have that long to go.
And the Golden Bears can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Looking to fire. Got his man. On the move at the 30. Perhaps a touchdown saving tackle at the 17.
I'll tell you, this guy has to get touches early in games. They're doing a good job of that right now. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. And I think if you're on offense, you move him around and you find more creative ways to get him involved.
The Golden Bears have this offense rolling. They'll send the back in motion. Now from inside the red zone. They go to the wide receiver screen. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. He'll take it himself. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Loss of 2. Third down coming up.
Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. Third down. Back to pass, it's Nelson. Pressure coming. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And that's a play on third down. This offense just has to do a better job protecting their quarterback. Give him a split second more time to complete that throw, but they couldn't do it there.
And on fourth down, here comes the field goal unit. Just drives it between the uprights. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
After putting up the field goal, they're set to kick it away.
No.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Rice. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Wants to go up top on first down. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground cover to pick up the first. And the Wildcats can really attack on this second and short. DB's right up on the receivers. Wants to fire on second down. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw. Incomplete.
Well, on that incompletion, the quarterback and the receiver just not on the same page. I mean, that wasn't even close.
And the Wildcats come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive alive. From the gun, wants to pass. Got a man. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big game.
It'll be a draw. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball off.
Wants to throw. It's Barnett. Throws to the wideout. Finds a man on the left. Lots of green grass as he gets it to the 31.
You know, the corner route is definitely a timing route because you're pushing straight up the field to make it look like you're running a go, and then you break to the sideline. So quarterback and wide receiver really have to be on the same page with timing.
Wants to throw on first down. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And how about that? That's already the third target this guy has had on the opening drive of the game. He is a big factor for their success throwing the football. He's got to win the matchups. Even though that one goes incomplete, they got to keep throwing him the ball.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. The give to the back. And with that stop, we are headed toward the end of the first quarter.
Tackle on the play is the 29-yard line. Third down coming.
We're through one period, and these receivers are showing out big time. Take a look at the stats. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the second quarter. So they go back to work after the break, and it is third down. It's a draw. Running to Green. And boy, is he close to that first down. Maybe just a couple of inches short. So the offense is going to go for it on fourth down. He'll keep it on the sneak. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
Man, when I was at Florida, Steve Spurrier would wait for this opportunity in a game 4th and inches, and he'd signal in red Snoopy. Quarterback sneak. It works every time.
The Wildcats pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. From the red zone, it's Tatum. Running behind those pads, he gets a couple before he stopped at the 18.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Looking to pass, it's Barnett. Makes the catch. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
The Wildcats come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. They'll try to run for it. They got 0 push up front, and they stopped him in the backfield.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
Got it. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down.
Well, I think the defense was even caught off guard on that one, guys. Not seeing the field goal unit trot out onto the field. They had a golden opportunity there to make a stop and get
scores on the sneak.
It's just so nice to have a signal man who can make plays through the air and make plays with his feet like this. Runs in for the touchdown. The defense knows I have to account for him every play. That's my quarterback.
Cute. He's so kind.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. They held the ball for 15 plays on that touchdown drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he's not going to take the touchback. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Cal gets it back. The sturdy Golden Bear offense on its way to the field. They'll start this drive with a chance to regain the lead, down 7-3. To the air, it's Nelson. Quarterback adapting. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. Out to the 32-yard line before he goes out of bounds, and that's the way to give a little start to the drive.
This is the most annoying thing in the world for a defense, is when you start to play all these plays and all these pass concepts and routes, and then you let the quarterback get outside the pocket, and he takes off, and he gets a first down. Like, so much to defend. That is the hardest thing to defend, because you don't know where.
He's got it on the left. Breaks into the open. And it looked as if he might take that one all the way to the house. Just ran out of a little steam, and the defense finally got it.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. After that huge play, they've now got it inside the 30. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Here comes the heat. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hit.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised that initially he's flushed out of the pocket, nothing's open, and he doesn't panic. He's not throwing it away. He's not sliding early. He just knows where the defense isn't, and he's able to attack that space with his speed and get a positive play.
Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and they've got a chance to lock this thing up before the break. And the Golden Bears in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Out of the gun, the inside give. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Goodness, that happened fast. He was in the backfield before the ball was even snapped.
Oh, man, adrenaline pumping, heart beating a little faster. There is some intensity on that one. They'll move the wide receiver. Looking to throw, it's Nelson. It's complete on the right side. They get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9.
It's tough on the defense there. 3rd down, you're in zone coverage. Everybody's watching the quarterback, and you're trying to make a break on the ball, but he just got it out of his hands too quickly, and the throw was too accurate. Really nothing you can do there, and it's now a fresh set of downs.
Trying to find the end zone. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch.
And this offense shows they will be aggressive. On 1st and goal, they get the completion. Listen, games come down to executing in the red zone. This is a big spot.
The defense going to stop the clock with the timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. Wide receiver comes in motion. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call.
Timeout, Kansas State.
And they'll try it again after getting nothing on 2nd down. It's 3rd and goal from the 3. Motion from the wide receiver. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Cal!
Love the quick decision-making by the quarterback. It's not just who's the open guy and who am I throwing it to. It's also having that clock, David, in your head that says, if no one's open and I'm down near the red zone, I'm taking off now, and I'm using my athleticism, I'm getting a score.
Yeah, you love the decision-making. I hate the defense. Why are we dropping back so far in the end zone? We got to keep eyes on this QB. We know he can take off. We know he can make plays. The field shrinks, man. You got to expect that's coming. Not very good defense.
He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Wide receiver going in motion. Someone not clear on the snap count. It'll be a false start, and they'll move it back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. It's a draw. It's these little moments like that that can help an offense as he gets it up to the 16-yard line. The hurry up now, 2nd down, clock ticking. Now they'll run the draw. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. They'll rush to the line. Clock stopped for the 1st down. They'll set the chains and wind the clock. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Looking deep down the right side.
Oh, that was my fault.
And that deep shot's going to wind up incomplete, but we do have a flag on the field. Let's see what the official says.
That's my fault. Oh.
The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. To the air, it's Barnett. Wide open downfield. He stopped at the 40, but it'll be a first down here late in the half. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Looking downfield on first down. Going for it all. It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Right back up top on 2nd and 10. He'll take another shot here. Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the first half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. The Golden Bears will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Smith. Makes a move. He's got an alley. He's going to get loose. He will score. Touchdown, Kansas State.
What a way to seize momentum here. You start the second half, you take the first kick back to the house. Great blocking and an awesome job in the open field, making people miss and showing you the speed on that return. Wow.
And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, every game in CUSA so very critical. How about this one today? Purdue is currently trailing, but this has been a back-and-forth affair. If that quarterback can find a little magic a la Bob Greasy, this might not be over just yet. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Michigan. Implications galore inside CUSA, and we'll circle back should anything big happen.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. The Cal offense is headed back onto the field. They cashed in on a short field last time they had it, and now they'll go to work from their own end. Starting this third quarter on the ground. Steaming into the backfield to make the stop, and he'll lose 4.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there, they try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Back to throw, it's Nelson. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. He's going to fire to the left. Oh, it's picked off. Not the second half start they'd hoped for. They'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. And here comes the Kansas State offense back onto the field. The corners are walked up tight. Motion from the wideout. They'll try the left side. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Well, you got to give the defense credit. They knew a big key in this one was slowing this dude down, especially after how well he played the last time out. They have been swarming him, they have been gang tackling him, and getting a lot of penetration up front.
Second down, he'll throw it. Using the quick game. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. With the catch, it's Porter. He'll come through on 3rd downs. He's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23.
And that's a huge 3rd down conversion by the offense there. It's 3rd and long. You've got to lead, not by a lot. Quarterback, though, very poised. Reads the coverage, throws it in rhythm, and you stay on the field.
The give to the tailback. Got some room, entered to the goal line. Touchdown, Wildcats! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Man, we know football gets harder when you start to get in the red zone and the field shrinks. Who needs that? Break the long touchdown run. Nice job by the back. Seeing the hole, exploding through, getting a long touchdown run.
And the extra point is good, and they have an 11-point lead. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Gets it back. The sturdy Golden Bear offense on its way to the field. That last drive ended with an interception, and this time it's paramount they take care of the ball. Got his man on the right. There he goes. He's at the 10, and he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Golden Bear. Quick strike touchdown comes out and jumpstarts the offense.
We see this in college football, so much explosiveness and firepower, and we get high-scoring game after high-scoring game, and it looks like we're on pace for one of those right now.
Scanning the field, it's Nelson. Now he's going to break the pocket. He's in there for the 2-point conversion, and now they're within a field goal. That one's going to get a little star marked beside it on the play sheet. One play, explosive, touchdown, just like that. Fielded in the end zone, it's Smith. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. K-State has the ball back, and the Power Cat offense returns to the field. They're still holding the lead, but hoping to flex a little muscle on this drive. The draw draws nothing except a swarm of tacklers. He's stopped immediately.
Great play by the defense there, getting the tackle for loss. But on offense, your mindset has to be, we need to be the more physical team here in the second half. We've got the lead, 3rd quarter. We want to run the ball. We've got to have more success getting our blocks and moving forward if we're going to win this game.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Wants to go up top. Grabbed over the middle. It's Porter. Crosses the 30. He's got a lane. Speeding down the left side. He's showing it all. The juice, the jets, the moves, and he's got it down to the 16-yard line.
Love the individual effort by the wide receiver after the catch, making people miss, showing you the speed. Now he set up his offense down in the red zone.
The entire complexion of this possession changed on that one play. Now they've got it 1st and 10 inside the 20. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Kansas State. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Looks like he's going to bring it out. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Ncaa offense is headed back onto the field. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. Quarterback gets the 1st down. There he goes. Knocked out of bounds at the 46 after the good pickup on that one.
You know, you talk so much about QBs, right, and having to make really good decisions. There's a great example. He didn't see anybody open downfield. He didn't hesitate for 1 second. He put his head down, and he took off and went running and generated an explosive play for the offense.
Back to pass, it's Nelson. Flushed out of the pocket. Trying to make magic with his feet. He'll go out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Big pickup there, and this offense is feeling it. These guys have staggered around a little bit in this one. It would be a really good time to get things going if they want to hold off the upset bid.
But they're the favorite for a reason, Reese, and they've got the playmakers on the field. They're only 1 play away from completely changing the momentum in this game. So the underdog, David, they've got to keep playing at a high level.
And they're the underdogs for a reason. So they've got to have some things go their way. They got to catch some breaks. And all they want to do, continue to fight, continue to hang around as long as possible and stay within a play or stay within some kind of big game-changing momentum play.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
And the defense is finally able to find an answer for this quarterback's legs. He's been killing them early in the game, already over 40 yards rushing. Here we are now, though, in the 2nd half, and it looks like they've made a few adjustments. That time, they were able to get in the backfield, get to him, and bring him to the ground.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Fires to the middle. Intercepted to stop the threat. He'll try to take it back. He's inside the 40. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Wildcats. The defense does the work itself with a pick 6. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead. Just one moment, and all of a sudden, the fortunes turn.
You're in a position where you're about to give up points, and now you flip that around and you put points on the board. Perfectly executed. What do you do in an interception? First guy blocks the intended receiver. Everybody else starts to form a wall where the ball's going. Nice blocking, nice interception, nice return for the touchdown.
And with the extra point, they now have a 3-possession lead at 17. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Dynamite matchup this week in CUSA, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Purdue is currently trailing, but this has been a back-and-forth affair. If that quarterback can find a little magic a la Bob Greasy, this might not be over just yet. It's less than a touchdown lead. They're trailing by 6 to Michigan. Just another week of Conference USA football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Forced out of the pocket. Unleashes one. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Moves it out to the 34-yard line. A nice 15-yard gain on that one. Really good patience and recognition. And how about the tight end just finding a hole and settling and waiting until the quarterback saw it?
And the play completely changes. Once my QB gets outside of the pocket, I got to see it, and I got to start.
Intercepted. Man, they just can't get anything going. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. This offense has it with really good field position. They're trying to slow that rush down with the draw. He never had a chance on the draw, tackled almost as soon as he got the ball. Guys, it's Kansas State who carries the lead into the quarter break. They've built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we got here. 1 more quarter to go, and it looks as if we are ready to play. And a chance to mull things over, and let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Kansas State.
Now on 2nd down.
6-9-1, Gators far. Here we go.
They'll move the wide receiver. Dropping back, it's Barnett. Snagged in the middle, it's Tatum. Oh, he's got some space. And this defense is a half a beat behind. They just can't quite keep up. They've got it down to the 21.
This guy's looking real sharp this week. Listen, QBs hate throwing picks. He only threw 1 last week, but that really ate him up all week long in practice. He wanted to come out here, put his best foot forward. He's done just that.
Leaves it with the back. He's all the way down to the 3. An electric run has him set up.
And I think as a running back, if you're this guy, you're licking your chops right now. This is what you want, right? You've got a big lead in the 4th quarter, and you're smiling because you know you are going to get the rock. They're going to force-feed you the football to try and ice this game, and he's paying him off right now. That's a really nice run.
And you got to get locked in the red zone. A lot of defense coordinators will tell you, we'll give up yards, but we got to understand what we're trying to get accomplished. Great job down here near the goal line. This defense bowing their neck up and getting a big stop.
They'll keep it on the ground to the left, stiffing the goal line. Touchdown, Kansas State! And the route is on. That lead's a little more comfortable now as they close in on a victory here in week 3.
Dude, Reese, that's 3 for the young fella. I mean, this dude's smelling the end zone. Anytime he gets near it, you know he's going to lower his shoulder, do whatever it takes to get in the end zone. The hat trick, the 3rd touchdown.
And he splits the uprights on the extra point.
Kansas State, 42. Cal, 18.
And he's going to bring this one out. Knocked down right at the 25, and I guess he breaks even, bringing it out of the end zone. Cal gets it back. The sturdy Golden Bear offense on its way to the field. Weeks like this are tricky, but you have to respond better than they have, and I would expect they'll take a major hit in the rankings next week.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the 1st half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
At this point of the game in the 4th quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
Quick release by the QB. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks.
Loses one.
Well, the offense on third down there, they're just trying to spit the ball out quickly and see if they can get a block and get north, but the defense, really nice job getting after the catch, getting a tackle, and now setting up fourth down.
Quarterback adjusting the pattern. On fourth down, they'll throw for it. Hauls it in. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense.
And this defense has really done a good job containing this superstar quarterback. But now it's the big-time moment. In the fourth quarter, you know the ball's going to be in his hands. Got to get to him. Got to ruffle his feathers, hit him a few times, make him feel uncomfortable.
Rushes on him. Working that left side now. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way.
Turning it on. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
We talk about quarterbacks having to make quick decisions, and I think you saw it on that play. Nobody opened downfield, and he just decided to take off.
And the Golden Bears are moving quickly down the field. From the red zone, looking for a man. He wants it all. Pulls it in the end zone. Touchdown, Cal!
Really nice job by the quarterback there of just letting the play develop. He had his eyes down the middle of the field, and I think when he saw that deep middle area vacated, he said to himself, I've got a guy running right into that area. I'm throwing this thing on time, and this is going to be a touchdown, and that's exactly what happened.
Two-point conversion attempt is coming. Gets the back moving. To the air, it's Nelson. Quick screen to the speedster out wide. Snowed under by the defense. The deficit is huge, this one is all, but over, but they'll keep trying and line up for the onside kick. Looks as if the hands team will be able to recover the ball. And here comes the Kansas State offense back onto the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Ready up. Come on, set.
On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Just too much juice on that one as he airmails his receiver out of bounds.
And listen, as a quarterback, you're trying to find the matchup, trying to find who's open. I don't know if anybody was open, but that was not a greatly thrown football. I don't know if it was miscommunication, but the ball thrown out of bounds and just on to the next day.
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Just a short return, but that would have been icing on the cake. They've got it first down at the 42.
Hey, man, I love guys with situational awareness in football. It's 3rd and long. You know it. He's sitting right near the sticks, ready to break on the football, ready for the quarterback to throw. He does, forces the INT. Nice heads-up, smart play by that young man.
off the play fake on first down. Bringing the heat. Hit as he throws. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
That's another example of just really good football. This is why they built the lead here in the second half. Nice job pressuring the quarterback, making him feel uncomfortable, coming into somebody else's building and keeping it really, really quiet.
Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
This was my favorite time to be a defensive lineman, man. You get up big late in the game. You know it's past. You're just teeing off on the quarterback. The defensive backs, they're bailing, playing those deep passes. It is hard to play offensive football in this situation.
3rd and long from the 42. If they can get some of it, it might give them a chance to go for it on 4th down. To the air, it's Nelson. Steps away. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
And I absolutely love what this defense is doing, man. You know exactly what time it is. You've got a big lead. They're going to have to throw the football. So more nickels, more dimes. Bring the speed on the field and get ready to play the pass.
Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Going to try to get it himself. Will not get there. A 4th down stop.
I think after failing on the 4th down, guys, you look at the scoreboard, you look at how much time is left. I think they're going to lose this football game. This coaching staff is going to have to dig deep and try to find ways to get this team better next time they take the field.
Nice move there. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
Man, that's the advantage of having a good coaching staff that teach these players in this type of situation with the lead late in the game. You want to stay in the field of play and keep the clock ticking. They do that after that nice run.
Wide receiver comes in motion. To the air on 2nd down. Unloads it left. He makes a catch. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17.
Well, this offense has just been dialing up explosive play after explosive play. That's a big part of why they have a huge lead at this point. And even in the 4th quarter with that lead, they are still taking shots. They are still being aggressive. Pedal to the metal.
Fighting off the defender. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring. If there's time to pad the stats. And as the ball falls incomplete, the clock strikes 0. Guys, this is a story.